final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Notre Dame's offense comes onto the field first today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got it on the right. Still running at the 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Smith wants to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Turning it on. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quarterback making adjustments. Smith dropping to pass. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Peters. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Stanford's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Barrett. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got it in the middle, it's Potw. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Snagged in the middle. It's Prince. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Stanford! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Setting up the screen. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off play action. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Prince. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Pulls it in, it's Potw. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's second down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on third and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Takes it on the return. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll try it over the left side. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Oh, they're after him. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Smith dropping to pass. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Irish! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Barres. That is... decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That's caught. It's Prince. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that play just took way too long to develop if you're the offense. You've got a free safety who's not even blitzing, and he gets the sack. That play's not designed for the QB to hold on to the ball that long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Smith wants to throw. Looking for the score. The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome everyone to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, you'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Handoff from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he got loose. Racing down the left side. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinal. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barrett. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Potw. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Makes the catch. It's Barrett. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Irish back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The play-action fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed over the middle. It's Potw. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Running back searching for a hole. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Running it to the right. Runs through a tackle. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Smith wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the running back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Beretta. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Now on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something pop.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Trying play action. Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. There he goes. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right. They put on the heat and they blocked it. That's a live ball, and the defense has it. Flying down the left side. Inside the 30. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Irish! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cardinal come to the line, facing third and short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Perez. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll throw on third down. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in down the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Trying to bully their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the...
Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Smith dropping to pass. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going to sling it on second down. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 28 over UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Perez. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense trying to take a shot and get aggressive downfield, that's when the defense just has to come up with an opportunity to make the interception in the end zone. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that.
And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's a nice job by this kicker bouncing back. Last field goal gets blocked. Don't worry about it. Get that thing up in the air. Long field goals sometimes are low, but he drives the ball way up in the air and drives it through the uprights.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a hit. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Prince. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will... Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Smith wants to throw. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Potw. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Perez. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Oh, my goodness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught over the middle, it's Potw. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Barrett. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Trying to barrel in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here come the Irish back on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Smith dropping to pass. Quick strike complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball spotted at the 27, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Peters. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Some misdirection with the counter. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Pressure coming. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Prince. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Stanford wants to push the pace. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They just keep firing. Touchdown, Stanford! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice job by the offense going down the field.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Stanford now has it in the red zone. To the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Maybe a touchdown-saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Throwing right. A strike downfield. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Going over the top. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Quarterback keeps it. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're still firing away even with this lead. Rush is on him. They get to him as he throws. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,